So I'm here today to talk about my university experience and what to expect from a bachelor's degree. So I know maybe it's gone past that time when you'd consider if you want to go to uni or not, but I know even when I was in college or school I'd watch these kind of videos because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with my life, but I felt like if I listened to people who had already gone down a certain road, I could get some information from them and learn really where I wanted to head. So I wanted to make this video for you guys and for anyone considering going to uni or just looking at their options. And also for people who are already going to university but don't know what to expect. So first of all, I'd say if you're going to do a degree in something, you have to have a passion for it. Like, you have to live and breathe that subject, to be honest with you. Like, if you're just going to study something because you think you don't know what else to do, or you might as well, then there's no point paying £9,000 a year for it. And like, at the end of the day, it's 3 years of your life you're going to spend studying this. So it's got to be something you're really passionate about. As myself, I studied English literature. I started out studying German and English literature with combined honours, but I found it a bit difficult, dividing my time between two really different subjects. So in the end, I opted just to go for straight English literature. And it's something I've always been passionate about. I've always been writing, I love reading, so it was a natural step for me. But I know for a lot of people, they're not really certain what they'd want to study, and people around them are trying to encourage them into certain subjects. Maybe you come from a family of scientists, I don't know, and this is pretty much just the basis for the Big Bang Theory, but maybe your parents are pushing you into science because they went into science, and maybe you don't have that passion for it like they do. So you've got to consider, is it worth studying for 3 years for something I'm not really passionate about? So also on that same note, if you're going to study it, maybe you're passionate about it, but you need to have motivation, because a big part of university is just independent learning, and you just have to be so motivated just to get in there, just read, get your head down and study. Because at the end of the day, like I said, it's 3 years of your life, it's £9,000 a year, and if you're not going to bother to do it, then you might as well be on an apprenticeship and actually earn some money rather than losing it. But I'd say if you're motivated and you're going to work hard for something you're passionate about, then it's really a good option to go for. And I'd highly recommend anyone who wants to go and do a bachelor's degree, I would say you should totally go for it. Even if it's in something people say, oh, English literature, what are you going to do with that? You're going to become a teacher, but there's lots of options. Regardless of the degree you do, there's loads of graduate schemes. You can just about train as anything, to be honest. And a degree just opens up the field for you. And if you're passionate about what you've done your degree in, then I think you're going to find something. You're going to find a job in that field because people are going to see your passion for that subject. So the next thing I'd say about university is that you have to be willing to compromise and make some lifestyle changes. So you're going to be living off of student loans and student grants, so maybe you're going to be having less money than you would when you were living at home. And I'd say definitely it's a good idea to start saving if you haven't gone to uni yet, because most of the things that people say about being a student, they're mostly all true. The whole living off of pot noodles and toast thing, to be honest with you, is not a lie. There's been days when all I eat is just toast. So it's definitely a lot of lifestyle changes, and for 3 years you might struggle with money. So obviously whilst you're at university, you'll be living off less money than you would be if you were maybe at home with a job or on an apprenticeship scheme where you're learning and earning at the same time. But if you really feel like this is something you want to do, then I think you have to be willing to change your lifestyle a bit. Like, if you're the kind of person who has, like, I don't know, drinks Prosecco on nights out, I don't know, you might have to change to Tesco value beer pre-drinks, I don't know, but it's just about making those lifestyle changes, and you have to be kind of willing to compromise in that area and learn to budget your money, which you might never have had to do before coming to university. I know even myself, when that student loan hits my account, I see like £2,000 in there. I just go a bit crazy. I'm just hitting up the shops, going to Primark, but it's just not the way to be. I think after 3 years you learn how to deal with your money, but it's a journey really. So the final point I wanted to make was as well a lifestyle change, and that's moving away from home. So maybe you live in a university city and you might be lucky enough to get into that university, and that was what I intended to do. I first applied to Exeter University in Devon, which is where I'm from, but I didn't get into that university. I got into Cardiff University, so that meant moving away from my parents. It's only about an hour and a half, 2 hours, but like it means that you don't see your family all the time. And if you're very family orientated, that might be quite difficult for you, and you might get homesick, especially in the first term. I know a lot of people did, but I managed to adjust quite quickly to being away from home and being independent. And I would say the independence is really, it's one of the greatest things about uni, but also you just miss like having a home cooked meal, you miss seeing your family every day and your friends back home. So obviously you can keep in touch with them. We're in this digital age now, it's so easy to be in touch with people, but sometimes you just miss them a bit. So it depends what kind of person you are. If you've never kind of been away from home, you have to think whether this is right for you, whether you're going to be able to manage being away from home, or whether there's an option where you can like go to a nearby university near to your home so you can be with your family, or maybe just make that leap, make that step, and maybe it's right for you even if you feel nervous. I know I felt nervous before I left for university, but I think that once you make that step and you kind of get used to living by yourself or living in a hall or a shared house, you start to get on with the people you live with, you make friends in the new city, you get used to the new city you're living in, then it can be really nice to have that independence, no one telling you what time you have to do this, where you have to be, what you have to eat. Like, you have free reign over every choice in your life, which can be a bit terrifying at some time. Like, sometimes I just want someone to come in and tell me what to do, but also it can be really just nice to have all these choices that you get to make by yourself, and that independence to just spend your time how you want to spend it. So I hope this video has been at least a little bit helpful. I feel like I haven't really raised a lot of points, but I hope the points that I have raised have been somewhat helpful to you. So just leave me a comment below, let me know if maybe you're at university, you're going to university, or maybe you're just at college, you're at school, you're thinking about what you want to do in the future, and I'd love to hear what position you're in. I'd love to hear what you're passionate about and what you want to do in your future, because it's so exciting. You've got so many choices coming up and so many options. So I wish you all luck, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye!